Donald Trump lied again, and this time he didn't do it with a tweet or a loud rally speech. He did it quietly through a leak. After a phone call with Mark Carney, the White House let it slip to the media that Carney had supposedly walked back what he said at Davos. The message they wanted out there was simple. Trump applied pressure, and Carney backed down. But here's the truth. That never happened.
Prime Minister Mark Carney is rejecting a U.S. official's account of Carney's phone call yesterday with U.S. President Donald Trump. In an interview with Fox News, the U.S. Treasury Secretary claimed Carney walked back parts of his speech in Davos, Switzerland. Well, this morning, Carney says that is not true. Here's more.
So let's slow this down and really understand what went on. Right after that call, U.S. officials started telling reporters that Carney had softened his stance, that he pulled back from what he said in Davos, that Trump had basically put him in his place. And if you've watched Trump's politics long enough, you know this move. Pressure behind closed doors, victory announced in public. It's meant to box the other leader in. If they stay quiet, Trump's version becomes the truth. Most leaders stay quiet. Mark Carney didn't.
To be absolutely clear, and I said this to the president. I meant what I said in Davos. It was clear. It was a broader set of issues that Canada was the first country to understand the change in U.S. trade policy that he had initiated. And we're responding to that. We're responding positively by building partnerships abroad. We're responding positively by building at home. And we're prepared to respond positively by building that new relationship through CUSMA. He understood.
And right there, the whole White House story fell apart. Carney didn't dodge the call. He didn't spin it. He didn't let confusion hang in the air. He stepped up and corrected the record himself. Calm, clear, and straight to the point. Yes, the call happened. Yes, Trump initiated it. But no, nothing from Davos was taken back. No soft words, no retreat, no rewriting. And when Carney said, "I meant what I said in Davos," that wasn't just a simple sentence. That was him shutting the door on Trump's entire strategy. Because Trump's power isn't just about pressure. It's about controlling the story after the pressure. Private call first, leaked win second. That's how he creates the image of dominance. Carney refused to give him that. What made it even stronger was how Carney did it. No anger, no drama, no insults. He didn't accuse Trump of lying, even though that's exactly what was happening. He just stated reality. And when a leader does that confidently, it sends a message to the whole world. This pressure didn't work. This call didn't change anything. And this leader isn't afraid. Trump wanted everyone to believe Carney folded. Instead, Carney showed Trump failed, and he did it without giving Trump the fight he feeds on. That kind of calm correction is more powerful than shouting ever could be.
Sort of Mark Carney here saying that when he put things in this light to Donald Trump, explained all the deals he's been doing around the world, including the one in China, that the response from Donald Trump, by his telling, was a good conversation. So fascinating to hear him de-escalate, but also at the same time double down and not back off what he said in Davos.
This is the part that really hits Trump where it hurts. His influence depends on looking like the one who bends other leaders to his will. That leaked story was meant to show strength. Carney's response exposed it. By simply saying nothing was walked back, Carney told the world Trump didn't get concessions, didn't intimidate, and didn't control the outcome. But Carney went even further. He explained what the call was actually about. And in doing that, he flipped the power dynamic completely. This wasn't Trump scolding Canada. This was Canada laying out reality. Carney talked about why Canada is building new trade partnerships, why it's expanding globally, and why these moves aren't emotional reactions, they're long-term strategy. Then came the line that really crushed the narrative. Carney said Trump understood. Think about that. If Trump understood, then this wasn't a retreat. It wasn't pressure working. It was Carney explaining Canada's direction and sticking to it. No policy change, no softened language, no backing down. Trump wanted the call to look like leverage. Carney described it as a conversation where Canada stood firm. And in politics, that difference means everything.
We discussed as well what Canada is doing positively, and this is the context of our discussion, what Canada is doing positively to build new partnerships around the world. I explained to him our arrangement with China. I explained to him what we're doing, 12 new deals on 4 continents in 6 months. He was impressed. And what we intend to do going forward, as well as the opportunity to, of course, move forward on CUSMA. You will note that Mr. LeBlanc had discussions with one of his counterparts in the last 36.
When Carney repeated that he meant what he said in Davos, it wasn't about being tough. It was about being in control. He didn't allow the story to be rewritten. And that's something Trump can't stand, because you can't dominate someone who refuses to accept your version of reality. This is usually the moment when Trump ramps things up. Louder attacks, bigger threats, harsher language, because calm resistance tells him something dangerous. His pressure isn't working. Carney didn't flinch. He didn't give an inch. He didn't validate the false narrative, and by doing that, he forced Trump out of the driver's seat. This wasn't just about one phone call. It was about setting a clear boundary. Canada will speak for itself. Canada will correct false stories immediately, and Canada won't let pressure be turned into fake victories. Trump wanted the world to believe Mark Carney backed down. Mark Carney stepped out and calmly said the opposite, right on the record. And that's why this moment matters. Because power only works when the other side accepts your story. This time, Canada didn't. For clear, simple breakdowns of what's really happening behind the headlines, make sure to subscribe, like the video, share it, and stay with us for more.